Hi guys, if you've seen one of the recent episodes, I was jealous of my father-in-law getting a new shower head, and I got one of these myself. Just get this in focus. So we'll get this installed in a minute. So I got an extra filter included, although this won't stop the lime scale for me on this part here. So in all of the movies I usually mention we have really hard water in Wrocław. The question is how hard. So we'll measure that in a second. One of these dropper tests for checking the hardness of water. And what's that needed for? If you see another episode, I recently installed a new dishwasher in our kitchen, and as part of a setup it asks for the water hardness. So why do you need to input that information? You know what gets rid of the lime scale in the dishwasher? Well, most of you will probably mention salt. No, it's not the salt. You've got these special resin ion exchange filters in the washing machine, and those get rid of the lime scale or the calcium dissolved in the water, which gets deposited when you heat up the water. So that ion exchange filter gets used up with time, and then to regenerate it, it has to be washed with brine, and then the salt in the water gets rid of the lime, which is bonded to that resin, and that gets flushed out. But you need to provide the information to the dishwasher how hard the water is, so it knows how often to run that washing cycle. So it's not wrong to input that you have really hard water, but that just means you'll be using too much of a salt, which would last longer otherwise. So the test seems really simple. Put 5 milliliters of test water in this container. Count the numbers of drops of this reagent, which we'll be adding, until the color changes from red to green. The number of drops indicates the hardness in the German water hardness scale. We've got here our 5 milliliters of water. Okay, so I just get this focus locked on this container. $14. See, in some moments 2 drops dropped in. Of course I counted those twice, but 14 seems quite a lot. Actually, this doesn't state anywhere what is the scale range, but I believe 14 seems quite a lot. We'll enter that into the dishwasher. I'll try to Google what is the scale range. Oh, let's not worry about this. Let's get this attached in the bathroom upstairs and see how it works. I just checked the German hardness scale, and 12 to, I believe it was 16 or 18 is pretty hard water. So it seems that we're actually not having that bad water. The scale goes up to 30 and even higher. So theoretically not bad. As for the bathroom, as you can see, for the shower head, yes, you see right, this is a so-called beaded head. I got a beaded here, but this was the only head available with a button where you could shut off the stream. So the concept was to have it conserve water It runs only when you press the button, not continuously. Concept was good, but I didn't take into account one thing. The water pressure in the hot water pipes is smaller than the cold, and when you switch it on like this, the water is not running through a head, but it's actually being pushed through the cold water pipes into the hot water pipes. It goes probably all the way throughout the whole building. The meter, I checked, it doesn't run backwards. So the water is being pushed over, the cold water meter runs, and then you need to run all that water back. And then the hot water actually does measure the flow. So you're not necessarily paying for the hot water, which actually is cold, and you need to run it for quite a long time if you left it on for a long time. So it's actually counter saving. So I'll be changing this with a new head now. This also has a cutoff button, but I guess we won't be using it. Okay, we've got our water switched on. So let's see how it flows through the head. Although I can see it's flowing from under this regulation knob. And it flows even more when you activate it. This, of course, works okay. Nice twist cross pattern. Well, this leakage here is terrible. So this time it's far from perfect. Purchase from China, from AliExpress. I believe it's probably some gasket. We'll need to take it apart and get it nicely seated, fixed. So that's it for today. Be sure to like, share, subscribe, and see you again soon.